October 22, 1885. It was Thursday evening, a few days after the Durga Puja. Sri Ramakrishna sat on his bed in his room on the second floor with Dr. Sarkar, Ishan, and other devotees. Although Dr. Sarkar was a very busy physician, he would spend a long time, sometimes 6 or 7 hours, in Sri Ramakrishna's company. He had great love for the Master and looked on the devotees as his own kith and kin. A lamp was burning in the room. Moonlight illumined the outside world. Addressing Ishan, a householder devotee, the Master said, "Blessed indeed is the householder who performs his duties in the world, at the same time cherishing love for the lotus feet of God. He is indeed a hero. He is like a man who carries a heavy load of 2 mounds on his head and at the same time watches a bridal procession. One cannot lead such a life without great spiritual power. Again, such a man is like the mudfish, which lives in the mud but is not stained by it. Further, such a householder may be compared to a waterfowl. It is constantly diving underwater. Yet, by fluttering its wings only once, it shakes off all trace of wet. But a man must practice some spiritual discipline in order to be able to lead a detached life in the world. It is necessary for him to spend some time in solitude, be it a year, 6 months, 3 months, or even 1 month. In that solitude, he should fix his mind on God and pray with a longing heart for love of God. He should also say to himself, "There is nobody in this world who is my own. Those whom I call my own are here only for 2 days. God alone is my own. He alone is my all in all. Alas, how shall I realize him?" One can live in the world after acquiring love of God. It is like breaking the jackfruit after rubbing your hands with oil. The sticky juice of the fruit will not smear them. The world is like water, and the mind like milk. If you put milk in water, it will mix with the water. But first keep the milk in a quiet place and let it turn into curd. Then From the curd extract butter. That butter you may keep in water. It will not mix with the water, but will float on it. Some members of the Brahmo Samaj said to me, "Sir, our attitude toward the world is that of King Janaka. Like him, we want to enjoy the world in a detached spirit." I said to him, "To live in the world in a detached spirit is very difficult. By merely saying so, you cannot be a King Janaka." How much austerity Janaka practiced! How long he remained in one posture with head down and feet up! You don't have to practice these extreme disciplines. But you need sadhana. You should live in solitude. You may lead the life of a householder after having attained divine knowledge and love in solitude. Milk turns into curd only when it is not disturbed. The curd does not set if the milk is often moved from place to place or is too much disturbed. On account of his detachment from the world, Janaka was also known as the Videha. That is, one free from consciousness of the body. Though living in the world, he moved about as Jivan Mukta, a free soul living in a body. But for most people, freedom from body consciousness is something very far off. Intense spiritual discipline is necessary. Janaka was a great hero. He fenced with two swords, the one of knowledge and the other of work.